Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Too legit sitting on the mic. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hey, y'all doing today? It's boy me, Too Legit City, and we're live. And today we are on the Onis. I have a deviated septum. I gotta look that up, man. So we're gonna get back into the Temporal Tear run. Don't know what it is. So I will have to say that we're gonna be downgrading this from a speed run to a trial run. Timo, I see you over there. We gotta fix this, man, so that we don't get wrecked. What's going on, Sunak? Appreciate you. Have a good one. Alright, so we got beat up by some meteor showers. Alright, we will want this. So we got to replace the bunker tiles. We're going to come in with a strat so that we could start scanning space. So we got to get this started. I think this is going to work. We just got to work it out. Oof, that happens to me all the time with me. Yo, man, I don't know what it is. Maybe it is the deviated septum. So I think when it comes down to it, regardless of what we choose, we have to get petroleum. I think that's the big problem with this. You always got to get petroleum. Now, the only other thing that you could potentially do that I would consider is trying to get lucky with a leaky oil well. Right? That way we don't have to dig to the bottom for oil. But we need petroleum. We need petroleum. You know, we could also do another strat where we find a map that has irregular oil. So it's like, man, I don't know. I don't know what we should try to do. Because I think getting the oil is going to be a time loss, man. Going to the bottom, digging that up, and then piping the water up. I mean, the oil up. If we get irregular oil, so we have like an oil pocket close by, or try to get a leaky oil fissure and let it leak out in the early stages so that we could try to accumulate some oil. I feel like that might be the play. I'm not sure though. First of all, we got to see if this works. And then we do have to find the spreadsheet. I gotta pull that up soon. And we're going to have to see the rocket stats we're gonna need. And then after that, what we're gonna want to do is try to see what we need to do for the supercoolant, so I could kind of reiterate myself. But yeah, the problem is now is I think getting the petroleum is gonna be the biggest time loss. What's going on, YCK? Welcome in. Taco Void, I might have missed you, but I see you over there. How are you? Hello, hello. Hope you're having a good one, man. But yeah, Temporal Tear base game, basically no spaced out, but Frosty Planet Pack and Bionic Dupster online. So we're basically doing the old school Rocketry. Now, this isn't bad. The problem is that I don't think I'm going to be able to get everything done. Because what we need to do is, I'm thinking we get regolith heat for steam from the meteor showers. And then that means we don't have to get an aqua tuner. I mean, we will have to for supercoolant. So we're still going to tech it up. But I'm thinking that we could do that and then go straight to petroleum. Because all we want to do realistically is we got to get the tech. Not the solid field thruster, but we got to get the tech right here. So we need 200 databanks, 600 databanks. Now, I was thinking we go for the data miner instead. The problem with this is that you're going to need plastic still, I believe. And then the other problem is going to be that, how do I say this? You're going to want petroleum rockets still. Because you're going to need to do the supercoolant phase. Because we need to go to the nearby planets. And then we got to scan for the fullerene, 2%. And then we got a cargo rocket to that. So that we could get the fullerene to make supercoolant. So that's the thing that I think is going to be a problem. Now, while it's going to be here, and you could technically use steam rockets for that, I want to see whether or not we could maximize steam and then skip petroleum. So that's going to be what we test out today, boys. We're going to do rocketry. We're going to see if we can skip petroleum. And yeah, we're going to see if that's going to be possible. If it is, we will likely start over a new run with more Bionic dupes, because I think that's actually the better play. Because given the amount of resources you have on base game, I think I could just smash batteries. I do think that getting a regular dupe, a couple of those, would be kind of nice. So it's going to be one of those things that we're going to have to play around with and see if we can find a balancing point. I think we're going to go with 1 to 2 normal dupes and then try to get everyone else's Bionic. Or I might do 1 normal dupe, 2 Bionic dupes, because Bionic dupes are harder to get. And then make the first dupe that's normal, have them become a researcher. Because I feel like that's going to be our bottleneck on dupe skills. Right? In all of these skills, I feel like researching is probably going to be the one thing that's going to be most beneficial for us. Mamba, what's wrong with it? Guys, give me 1 second. Mamba wants some attention. I think he wants to crawl under the blankets today. D-Mayor, I see you over there. Dupe me! D-Mayor, give me 1 second. I gotta address Mamba really fast. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Mamba is now underneath the blanket, so we're gonna turn off the cam. He is napping under the blankets today. He's not liking how cold it is in my room. Feels bad, feels bad. Maybe go with the supply efficiency mod I keep reminding you about. Oh shit, that's right. Does that work for base game? Maybe I should look into that now. I see you over there though, Nim. How are you? We'll grab ulti. D-Mayor, man, we gotta get you a dupe. So D-Mayor, I will tell you this. You might want to wait for the new start, because we're gonna reset, I think, in like 1-2 hours. I don't know if you want to wait. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna test out a couple things. I want to see if we could gain line of sight with a weird strat. And then after that weird strat, I need to see something else. And then once we test those things out, we are going to run... Yeah, might as well wait then. Okay, nice. Should be working with base and all DLCs. No spaced out. No spaced out. Because we want this star map. I found out that the Wikipedia for the telescope entry is incorrect. It's a very minor thing though, so I'm not really like, oh man, they're wrong. You know, that doesn't really matter. But there's a minor thing about the wiki entry on the wiki.gg that's just incorrect. Oh, I had to sneeze. I apologize, y'all. So the wiki entry says that you need at least 1/3 of the vision to get the telescope to work. What they don't say is that you actually need the center 2 tiles. One of. There's 2 tiles in the center, and if you don't have either of these, it doesn't matter how many tiles you have open, you gotta have the center open. So we're just gonna do a weird setup like this. Alright, and it works. I just bought Bionics and Frosty DLC. Any tips? Don't play them at the same time. You're gonna have a horrible time. The DLCs that have just dropped are not something that I would recommend players to play at the same time. If you do the Bionic dupes and Frosty Planet Pack, meaning you play on the frozen planet, you're gonna have a bad experience. So I would want to say watch out for that. Watch out for that. Because the frozen planet mechanics do not work well with the Bionic dupes at all. It has no synergy. It actually is counter synergy, so I can't recommend it ever. So don't play those 2 deals. You can play them all at the same time, just don't have Bionic dupes on the frozen planet. It's gonna be a bad time. What are your tips if I have both DLC active but not playing on Frosty Planet Pack? So if you're playing with the Bionic dupe specifically, you are going to get this tech crafting station unlocked from the get-go, and you're going to be building a lot of the metal power banks. The logic is because these power banks are basically batteries that your robots need. They come pre-charged. So this is going to the store and buying a pack of batteries, right? So that's going to be what you need to make a lot of, and you could actually see your power count right here, right? You want to look at number of batteries, not the amount of power, because the power is the same. Each battery is 120. Doesn't matter which battery you have, they're all 120. So the thing is that you're going to need a lot of batteries. I highly recommend you to just have a lot of these. Because if you do a lot of Bionics, they are going to burn through all your metal. Now, the next thing you're going to think about is that, aren't you going to have better batteries that are rechargeable? You do. The problem with that is the rechargeable batteries are made at the soldering station, which is going to require a skill to be able to be used. This is going to be the electrical engineering skill. Right? So you see soldering station usage. You need that. So a lot of times when you're starting off a dupe, I recommend getting your duplicate. He will always spawn with the module. Try to roll. This is always random, and you can get this. Try to roll electrical engineering. Electrical engineering is, I think I have it on one of my dupes. I don't. Damn, that's unfortunate. So there is a module. Dude, what are these called? Boosters. Damn, they're called boosters. Right here, electrical engineering booster allows you to use a soldering station. I highly recommend to roll a bionic dupe that has this when you start. This saves you a lot of headaches. But I highly recommend it. So you want to do this if you can with the bionic dupes. Make a lot of batteries because it's going to be very power hungry. And then what you're going to want to do is understand that the bionic dupes have new facilities. So normal dupes use bathrooms. Bionic dupes have a gunk extractor. It's a different building. And then when you get the gunk, which is basically their pee, I guess, because that's the same thing, right? It's a toilet. And they use it every 3 days. You need to use that gunk to make something called gear bomb. If you don't do this, you're going to have a big penalty that is really bad. You have a animation every 5 to 10 seconds, and you have a penalty of 90% move speed. So always make sure you're making gear bomb. You have to top this off. Later on, you're going to get alternative methods to lube up, but in the early stages, you need the gear bomb. So you're going to probably want to set up like this. This requires water, right? So water and gunk gives you gear bomb and polluted water. You could sieve back the polluted water, get water back. Outside of that, once you make a soldering station and you make the chargeable batteries, those batteries are called eco power batteries. These do not come pre-charged, and they cost abyssalite. When you use these, you're gonna run into the problem that you can never have enough, and that you take forever to make new batteries. Play around with this. Just know that you're always gonna want to make metal batteries until you're oversaturated with the eco ones, and you have a big power spine. To give you an idea, you basically have to be able to provide enough power for a transit tube. If you know how much power that drains from you, you have an idea of how expensive bionic dupes are in terms of power consumption. But yeah, be wary of that. It's going to be pricey, all the things you're going to have to do. Outside of that, yeah, just play, have fun. These guys are a new entity. Completely different. Keep the batteries dry. If they fall into water, they blow up. If the dupes fall into water, they get mad. Water is a property now. Water-based. This is what I mean when I say water. Water-based is a property. Bionic dupes get wrecked by water-based liquids. So they could touch water, pea water, salt water, brine. They get stressed out. That's it. Outside of that, you know, you're just gonna have to play. I don't want to tell you everything that you need to do, but those are the big major things that if you don't do, you're gonna be mad that you didn't do. Like, why didn't I do this earlier? You know what I'm saying? So yo, man, have fun, play the game, and let me know what you think about the bionic dupes, man. Check the mod, and the base game is listed as supported. Nice. And that was the minimum threshold, right? They don't pick up less than X amount. All right, this works. Single bar works. Sorry, we're gonna use this strategy. We know how this works now. It's gonna be telescope, run in the oxygen, and then we just run in the single tile. So we do the offset so that if we get regolith here, we could diagonally dig it. So we're completely safe. We don't have to use that much steel. If we didn't dig this side out, we'd save 200, so it's pretty good. All right, and then we're gonna need to get some steam today. So fresh regolith, as you could see, fresh regolith, 200 degrees. Oh, is that how I need to do this? Oh my god. That's such a good design. Oh my god, that's such a good design. We could do a design like this. We could do a bunker wall, and then we put a steel pump underneath, and then we put normal tiles, and we just add water. And then the regolith landing on top of this heats it up. Because that's going to be the hottest regolith. The fresh regolith. Right? 260C, and it's dropping because the other stuff it's landed on, it's 100. Okay, that's an idea. Because realistically, you don't need that much steam. You just got to get it started so that you could get the research for the early game. You're going to need the 200 databanks, right? All right, let's do a little bit of math. So we're going to get 5 each module. Let's go with 5 so that we do the full quest. You're going to have this research tab, 5 of these. These are all going to give you 50 databanks. So that's going to be 250 databanks. So one trip right here is immediately going to give us this. Now, the thing is that we're going to get 5 per research module. So we're going to get 25 on top. So it's 275. Once we go here, it's going to be the same thing because it's going to be minimum 5 research quests, and that's going to be the same return. So 275 times 2, so I'm about what? 550. 550, I am going to be short 50 databanks. Could I get 50 databanks from like inspecting this? Oh, is it no databanks from that? Oh, you don't get databanks from inspecting this anymore? No. No. That's a spaced out thing, huh? Oh, man. You don't get databanks inspecting the buildings anymore. Oh, that's a travesty, man. Who's dying? Teemo's getting cooked. Oh, some of the gas is superheating. Yeah, because of the background. Inspecting databanks is spaced out. Feels bad. That sucks, man. Teemo, you're getting wrecked, though, man. We got to move you out of there. You're literally getting burned. Oh, my God. He took 50 damage. I added DLCs to my existing run and want to have only Bionic dupes on the second planet, so I'm in the planning phase of how to tackle it. But I guess it's the same as my first Volcano Tamer. Just have to do it and figure it out. Yep. A lot of the times you have to see the problems to realize what the better solutions are. Gotta have that field experience, man. But once you get that, Taco, it's gonna work out. But yeah, if you're gonna be having other dupes support the Bionic dupes, it will make it a little bit easier. But yeah, you gotta work out the kinks, iron out the wrinkles, and make sure everyone is doing good. Especially the Bionic guys, man. Can't have them in water. Okay, so that kind of sucks. So I was thinking we could do 2 steam rockets. We could do both of these. I don't think we could do this without going for iron thruster. And I think if we do iron thruster, we have lower... I mean, technically it's not bad, though. Because all we need, technically, is just 1 research module. We just got to get 1 of these done. And we get a 600. And then we get petroleum rocket. Now, the thing with that is, do we need petroleum rocket? I guess I need to try out the databank machine. Yeah, we will want to try out the databank machine. This is going to be interesting. I will consider the databank machine. So you still need plastic. 5 kilograms for 1 unit. I need, if I go down the databank route, I need 1,800 databanks. but 200 of it, 600 of it has to be made from Rocketry. So I need 1,200 from the miner. So 1,200 times 5 is 6,000. 6,000. Could I get that from Drecos? $150 divided by 6,000. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 40 Drecos. That's 40 Drecos. If I shear Glossy Dreco 40 times, that's 6 tons. I could make a hydrogen environment and or do Critter Flux. I would have to find Critter Flux. And then that would guarantee Drecos every day. And then that means technically by cycle 40, I should have 6 tons of plastic. Like, we know that's not possible because we're not going to get wrangling skill from the get-go. But let's argue in a perfect world, that's got to be the fastest, right? So we could technically get enough plastic early enough so that we would have enough for the data miner. We could also argue that the Glossy Dreco is going to give us regrowing plastic. They have to be tame, though. They do have to be tame. So if we argue somewhere around 5 Glossies, we just need 8 cycles times 324, because that's 3-day regrowth period, assuming optimal hydrogen. So that's what? 10 days for wrangling, 24 given 5, and then we would need 5 Drecos from the wild. And then that's 5, 24, 10. Let's say 15. So 44 cycles. Technically, that's still pretty good. The only thing is that the last part of the equation is a variable, and that is locating Critter Flux, which I still haven't found. That kind of sucks. We have biobots, fossils. That's saltwater geyser. Scalding. Okay, so I have to be weary of this too now. The hot items is bopping Teemo, and Teemo's gonna die. Teemo, man, you gotta stop. Teemo, get out. Teemo, get out. Teemo, you're actually gonna die. Oh my god. Oh my god. Teemo's at 9 HP. My man, Teemo, you gotta stop. Ugh. The slowest dupe known, man. Put him on the hospital bed. Alright, so, alright, let's move that to here to hopefully make it so that this area doesn't randomly spike up in temperature. Because, man, does that suck. My man Teemo, dude. He's getting cooked. Oh, man. I bet you Teemo feels like pasta. Just put out of the boiling water into the basket to cool down. Feels bad, man. Teemo's cooked. Feels bad, feels bad. Okay, so thinking about that, the plastic route for the data miner. Because if you get the data miner, you don't have to fly any more rockets. And that technically is nothing but a flat gain. Now the problem is that while that happens, we could continue to do Rocketry. Well, we need to. Maybe I should just make a heat source. All right, so there's going to be two different strats we could do. We could run an Aqua Tuner, whose goal is to cool down the Regolith. Right? We could make it so that the Aqua Tuner runs a Radiant Pipeline outside of the box, and that tile has contact with the Regolith, so it's always heated up. And then we cool down the tile, so that we are trying to cool down the Regolith that always gets heat from the meteor showers. Then, as a result, we would have the Aqua Tuner generate heat. I guess we use gold for that, and so that we could save on steel. And then we use that for steam. Okay, so... Alright, we're going to test out the acquiring of the supercoolant. We're going to need to work that out, and I think we have a strat. We're going to see. How this turns out, though, is going to dictate a lot of the run. Like, what I mean when I say that is that whether or not we could skip petroleum is going to be a big part of it. Because I want to, man. I feel like it's a lot better if we can. Move out the items, please. Stuff here is hot. There we go. Teemo's the only one allowed. From speedrun to super huge project, but the project is a speedrun. I'd vote to skip if there's a possibility. We need to see if we could get enough full arena with just steam. And while we can, we need to work out that strat. Because I feel like we could try to either do two things. We could try to play a Badlands map on base game and try to get the irregular oil so that the oil biome is like up here. And then if we get that, it's a lot easier to do petroleum. Now, if I skip petroleum, I don't have to do oxalite refinery, which is kind of nice. I get to skip that step. I don't have to deal with that. But it's not that bad. It's just gold. Gold plus O2, and then you get the oxalite that you would have to hand deliver, and then you would lose like 30% of the mass because you would deliver to the rocket, and then their schedule would end, and then they would just drop it in space exposure. The super annoying stuff. So I do want to skip petroleum because that stuff is a bad step. And then I don't want to do any of the intermittent rocketry. Ideally, I want to just do these two to try to get the full arena. And then once we get the full arena, we'd be good. We'd make super coolant, do the design up top, make the hydrogen rocket. Right? 90 degrees. 90 degrees. 300. 120. 109. Oh, took a little damage. Took a little damage. We're going to disable auto repair on this. Alright, so Teemo is the only one hurt. He is cooked, though. Alright, so we're just going to allow anyone to start researching. Anyone that has research skill. Actually, he can't, right? Because you need astronomy for that. So Teemo is literally the only one that could do it. Oh, man. Teemo would have to get bodied. Alright, let's give someone the tech for astronomy usage. Let's get the astronomy booster, give it to a Bionic dupe. That makes it a little bit easy. And all the polluted oxygen is pretty bad. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna give one of the Bionic dupes astronomy so that they could do the astronomy stuffs. Alright, we're gonna give it to... Alright, I'm gonna name one of the ultis. Oh my god! Yes! It worked, boys. I asked Clay for this and we got it. Power shows up on the vitals now. Oh my god. Now all I need is O2. I wouldn't mind O2 on this for the Bionic dupes. Nice. Okay, this is nice. No diseases. We get the power shown here now. They used to not have this because the Bionic dupes, because they have a completely new type of set of requirements. They didn't actually have any of the stuff here. I would still want to O2 on that if possible. Okay, so we're going to take one of the ultis. He's going to be called Dash A. And then we're going to give him Astronomy. And then we're going to give him Research. He's got it. He's going to do the Astronomy backup. Alright, so the other thing is we got to make steel and we got to make iron. This is 10 lime. Wow, we have a decent amount of lime. Fossils, Pokeshell molts. Nice. Going through the salt biome might be the next thing to do. And then I don't know if I want to hatch ranch or Paku ranch for eggshells. I am considering that. We did get a lot of the fossil circles from the salt biome, so I did get a little lucky. So maybe we do this design so that the Regolith adds in heat. Maybe as a starter design, but maybe not later on. Okay, we'll get Eduardo. We are out of batteries. Holy crap. Okay, that's gonna be 2 tons of metal. That probably means we need to dig a little bit more. Getting the coppers is not bad. Requires learned skill. Wait, what? Astronomy booster. Wait, what? Is that not what I needed? Am I doing something wrong? What's going on, Lord of Heaven? I see you over there. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. What's going on, Lord of Heaven? Am I crazy here? Requires learned skill. Are Bionic dupes not able to go into astronomy? Holy crap, you don't! Am I the only one that sees this? The astronomy booster doesn't give you access to the telescope. Soldering station, mission control, virtual planetarium, but no telescope? Wait a second. There's no telescope on this either. Supercomputer, geographical, geotune. Then how am I supposed to scan space? Am I missing something here? Just came home after a long day. That's tough, Lord Heaven, and still have laundry to do. Dude, man. The Americans had the day off today, so we chilling. Is it the field research one? No. The field research one is the one here. You get geographical analysis. So this is field research. Geotuner supercomputer. So that's normal researcher. Wait. How did I do it in my playthrough then? In Spaced Out. That's what I'm confused with. Didn't I use the astronomy booster? Am I crazy? Conveyor rail, soldering, microchip crafting, crop abyssalites, masterwork quality. YCK, I see you over there. Blast shot making, exosuit. Dude, I don't understand. How do I not have telescope usage with this? Okay, this has to be a glitch. This has to be an oversight. It's not on Rocketry either. Command capsule usage. Booster. Astronomy. Yeah, nothing with telescopes. What the heck is this? No, the problem with this is that this kind of ruins my strat. I wanted to use majority Bionic dupes. But then it's like my Bionic dupes can't scan space. This kind of sucks. Yeah, we're base game. I have to scan up to the tear. So I have to scan constantly. That's the problem. You have to scan one object per tier. Minimally. To keep scanning. So I could only scan tier 2 after scanning one of tier 1. And then once I scan one of each tier below, I could do tier 3. And then once I do at least one of each, I could do tier 4. You don't have to do both. You have to do at least one. But you can't go past it until you do at least one. So we have to scan space, like, roughly. Long time. So that we could scan the tear. So that's the problem. Oh, man. Yeah, my boops can't use the telescope. Because that skill doesn't exist. That skill doesn't exist. Telescope. Wait. This is the same skill. Am I crazy? How am I getting telescope usage? Wait, hold up. How am I getting telescope usage? Yeah, Teemo's inside. Using telescope. I'm confused, man. Alright, Teemo's getting burned again. God damn it, dude. I'm so confused. So Teemo on the triage cot. Alt TA requires learned skill. Currently cannot research. Alright, I'm gonna give him the basic research skill. Maybe this fixes it. That's the thing, right? I use the telescope, but then that's on Spaced Out. I mean, that shouldn't change anything, but it's really weird that it would be a little different. I might want to pause this playthrough if that's the case, to be honest. I might want to pause this trial run, man. It feels bad. Alright, so we're digging here so that the gases coming up here get deleted. Right, instead of having the gases kind of just chill there. I want to see though, so we're gonna make a research booster really fast, and then we're gonna see whether or not this all works out. Dude, you know what they should do? They should allow hatches to eat the batteries, and then they immediately die when they do so. They eat the battery, and then there's an explosion, and then they just evolve into meat. It'll be like the Wile E. Coyote cartoons, dude. He's holding the dynamite, and then it just becomes a drumstick. You know what I'm talking about, man? We gotta do OTA. Alright, you got it. Oh, no way! That's so stupid. You need the basic researcher. You need the basic research booster to use the telescope? What? Dude, I'm so confused. So he's coming up now. How does that work? So Teemo gets supercomputer usage. Geotuner, geographical. Is this what it is? Geographical analysis? Technically, you could argue this is geographical. Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, it's working. So I can't be too worried about it, I guess. Alright, man, I gotta Google this. I need to find out what's happening with this. Wow. In Spaced Out, they get telescope usage. With astronomy. Dude, that's really weird. Why is it that astronomy gives you telescope usage in Spaced Out, but not base game? I'm confused now. Okay, so we're gonna go to OTA. We're gonna take out the astronomy booster. Not operational. Okay, so we gotta do another one. And he could still do it. So it's the research booster that you need, not the astronomy booster. That's inconsistent, and I don't like that, man. People of chat, do you guys think that the astronomy booster should unlock astronomy? Or are you okay with the regular research booster giving you telescope usage? I gotta ask, man. And the reason why I gotta ask is because I'm not actually sure. Like, how do I even make this make sense? It's like, it's not listed here unless it falls under geographical analysis. That's not like something that makes sense though. Like, it's not common tongue. How are we supposed to know what geographical analysis is in this game? Makes sense to me. I don't hate it. I just don't like the inconsistency. Okay, whatever. So we know that now. Research booster is going to be what gives us the astronomy usage for the telescope. That's fine. So now we could keep scanning. And then we're just going to go try to build a rocket. 2,000 steel. All right, so I forgot how much steel you actually need. So this is 200, this is 200, and this is 2,000. So it's going to be about, what, 2,000, 3,000, 3,500, because I'm probably going to need a gantry. It's all geography because the planet exploded. Some parts of it are in space. I see you over there, man. Hey, Domino's coming in with the 27 months. Thank you so much. I see you over there. Coming in with the 27-month streak. Coming in strong, Domino's. Appreciate you. Thank you for the long-time support, my friends. But how are you? How are the days? Domino's, I forget, man. Are you American? I don't think you are, right? For whatever reason, I'm thinking Netherlands. That's probably not you, though. Domino's, are you American? Do you have today off, man? MLK? Hopefully you're having a good one. You're Italian guy, my bad. My God, my bad. Guys, if you guys don't know, Domino's once sued an American for breaking pasta in half before he boiled it. And the smart man took him to an Italian court and he won. And you know what he won? He won community service. The American guy had to make pasta from hand scratch. And Domino's, I had to watch over him. He said it was one of the best couple hours of his life. Because he gets to be like, sued for eating pizza with a fork. Yo, man. Have you ever been on the pizza places where they have gold on it, man? They're like, yo, man, you gotta eat that shit with a fork and knife. It's like, no, man, it's pizza. You still pick it up by your hands, right? Yeah, man. If you guys don't know, man, don't break the pasta in front of Domino's. So after he did that, he took his settlement money and he founded what we know as today as Domino's Pizza. Kappa. That's not real. I'm just making it up. And yeah, that's a reason why they don't sell pasta. They sell macaroni. You can't crack the macaroni in half, man. You really just can't. And that's the reason why, man. You can't be having no spaghetti over there. All right, so steel 750. We are going to want 10 tons of steel, man. We will want 10 tons of steel, realistically. So I am bottlenecked at lime right now. All right. Does that mean we need to go grab fossil? Is there going to be an easier way for lime? Let's look at this. Every 100 gives us 5. Right? And each tile is going to give us about 200 kgs roughly because of the fact that, you know, we're going to lose half the mass. So each tile is 10 kgs of lime. No way. Each tile is 1 steel. That's really bad. Wow. Each tile is 1 steel. 100 kgs of steel. Had to go all the way to Supreme Court with the Anchovies Court. Yo, man, they were packed with sardines, man. Packed like sardines. Hey, I see over their dominoes. Yeah, a lot of the times it's dominoes with the playing chips, whatever that's called. I don't know what the dominoes are called by itself. Are they called cards? How am I always... I'm gonna be real. Where is this polluted oxygen coming from? Where does this polluted oxygen come from? Oh, it gets released because it's a bad gas. Oh my god. That's literally what's bopping Teemo. Teemo's actually gonna die. They just output the bad gas like this. Yeah. That's what I expected was supposed to happen. And then he gets wrecked. Okay. That's very unfortunate. Teemo's gonna be in the bed. Camille too. Yeah, the dominoes, man. I never learned how to play that. I was raised in a family that was very anti-gambling. So I didn't do any of the gambling stuff. I learned poker because it's kind of popular. And a few other card games, but that's really it, man. I don't do a lot of gambling. I don't do any gambling, to be honest. Gambling's not for me, man. So I never went down that route with all these stuffs. I was told to avoid the pool tables because of the pool sharks. You know, stuff like that. I see you over there. Yeah, I've seen people play the dominoes. I don't know how to play it, though. Look at these guys. They're already cooked. All right. So, fossils. That's kind of a problem right now. So, could we ranch Pokeshells? Because each Pokeshell mold is going to be 5 kgs, 5 kgs. That means each Pokeshell from baby to adult is going to be one form of steel. Right? One full bar. Now, the problem with this is that... Where's the Pokeshell egg, Pinchero? Oh, he just hatched. Damn it. Oh, we're out of Pinchero eggs. It could be in the pockets that we don't have access to. That'd be kind of nice. I want to see the incubation period for the Pinchero eggs. No, nothing there. No eggs. Oh, what a travesty. No eggs anywhere. Oh, angry. All right, 5% per cycle. Okay, that's not bad. Seems like a normal 10 units Pokeshell molt. Wait, we don't get 10 units though. What is that? We only get 1 per Pokeshell. And it gives us 10 kgs lime, I guess. It's 5, 10, so it's 15. So every 2 we get 3. So if I want 10 tons, and that means we remove 2 zeros from 10 tons, so 10,000. So it's 1,100. So I need 100 Pokeshells. That can't be right. 100 Pokeshells in order to have enough steel. That does not seem right. At the same time, maybe it is. Well, no, it's 3 every 2. So if I want 9 to 9, I need 33, which is 22. Yeah, we're just getting cooked up here because of the bad gas. Okay. We now know about this, so we need to be a little bit more weary. Okay, so fossil or pokey shells are the only thing we could do. We could argue that we will have the artifacts, right? The ancient specimen, and we get the fossil from this. We have the salt biome, so we get the fossil from that. And then it's 1 steel per this, so it's going to be 100 tiles of fossil we're going to need to find, mixed with whatever eggshells that we could get. If that's the case, I think ranching Paku makes a lot of sense. We would get probably the most return off of that. I'd probably be able to feed them algae, not algae, mealwood seeds. And I would probably take normal dupes if I don't get any bionics offered. Okay, so let's argue we do that. We can't really worry about the Pokeshell stuff, though. Alright, man, we're gonna stop. You guys need to get out of here. No, get out. Oh, no. Someone save my mans. You're gonna rescue him and you're injured? That's not wise. That's not wise. There we go. Someone that has good legs. Ellie is scurrying over. Let's go, boys. Dude, Eduardo has got wrecked. Alright, guys. I want to sandbox this next part, because I think it's just going to be a lot faster so that we get a proper run. Oni Wiki, GG, Rocketry, base game. I need to look at the spreadsheet. We're going to be using Steam Engine. Alright, so this is 10,000, because this is the 20,000 mark, and this is 20,000. So we have to do some 10,000 rockets. Alright, guys. This is the trial run, so I do want to sandbox this part. Oh, the building was right here. Classic. So if we needed food, there was always shovels. I don't think I'd really cared for that right now, though. Okay, so I want to build... It's this. Okay, we need proper floor. I forgot about that. Or else you can't build the rocket engine. Okay, and then on top of that, you needed... No oxidizer, no fuel tank, because the fuel goes into here. Yeah. And then you needed to do the simple setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you run that, and then you run this. And then you needed a ladder here. And then you needed to power the gantry. Dude, this... I hate it how this is 1,200 watts. This made no sense. 1,200 watts, man. That's expensive. Anyways, we do that. We could see that it is kind of far. Should we build the rocket partially underground? Because we'd be able to have a better environment to build it in. But then later on, once we launch it once, that environment is completely compromised. And then we would have to deal with the steam heat. And then that means we would need suits. Versus having the rocket outside, we don't really have to care about that too much. We'd probably have it outside and just have the Bionic dupes do it. Which is going to be why we want a lot of Bionic dupes, to be building dupes. Alright, so let's go for this. I need to verify that it's the first area that has it. Like, I need to verify that it's the first rockets up here that actually have the full rain. Oh yeah, this is 695. I need to make sure we have exact amounts because of how the design has to work here. Worst part about Steam is, and the base game is the exact Rocketry fuel that you need to set up. It sucks, man, but you gotta get exact amounts. In our case, for the 511, one Steam, one command capsule, 5 research modules, we're gonna be running a 695. That's gonna be exact amount to reach the first layers. It's gonna be fine. We will want to be, going to here, and then once we scan it, these other 2 items should be low percentage fullerene, right? Because it always adds up to 100, and we need the fullerene. Wait, Duke died? No, we didn't get him in time. They got cooked, boys. Feels bad. Trial run has ended. Kappa. Alright, this will take a minute to pump up, I guess. Alright, we get better pumps. You got a trial walk before trial run. Dude, he got cooked, man. That was my fault for not having the telescope fully in the space exposure. That's technically how you're supposed to do that. That was my bad. Because there wasn't enough mass of gas to realistically change the temperature of the telescope because of the 400 kg mass. But it was enough to hurt the dupe. That's kind of weird, man. My dupes were getting scalded, but the building was at 23C. Feels bad. Alright, so I do need a rocket pilot dupe. Boosters. Alright, heavy metal. I'm sorry, buddy. We're giving you all the booster slots. Oh wait, there's no oh my god, there's no piloting speed. There's no piloting speed. Oh my god, so there's no way to increase how fast you drive. Dude. I see you over there, Matixo. How are you, man? Welcome in. Got some oolong tea today. Not bad. Not bad at all. What's going on, Matixo? How are you? How's the days today? How is the Mondays going on so far, man? We gotta get to 695. But yeah, I just want to make sure that this is going to be in the front layer. We will have to opt for a Steam machine on demand. I feel like that's always going to be better. I think while I'm going to be using glass and solar panels right now, I won't be. I probably use coal as a major resource. And it probably involves getting coal from the natural area. I think we're also going to go thug life, not care about bad gas, and see how much we actually get bopped by that. Legit, are you doing something like a speed run or just chilling with the objective of getting to the Terra? It's supposed to be a speed run, but I need to work out a lot of the issues I have because I haven't played base game in a long time. So I'm trying to figure out our route right now. So we know that we want majority Bionic dupes, right? And we know that what we're going to be trying to do is skipping the petroleum engine. If we could skip petroleum engine, that means we don't have to go to the bottom of the map to get the oil. That's really good for me. It saves me a lot of time. Because what I could try to do instead is we could just launch rockets, right? And then, oh, wait. Oh, no. I didn't think about this. I need to do the first two. Oh, my God. Yeah, I got to do the first two. I didn't realize that. So what we have to do is we got to get the cargo bay so that we could get the fullerene from the first planets. Oh, I forgot about that. My goodness, man. So yeah, we're working out the route, and then we're gonna restart on a fresh playthrough today, and then we're gonna play it proper. So yeah, right now we're just working out some of the strats that we gotta work out. I forgot I need a cargo bay before I need a petroleum engine. Because while you can get petroleum engine first, that's usually a debate. Because while you could get this and go further, you really want to get the fullerene, get super coolant faster. That's gonna be the run idea. Guys, I really gotta drop the kids off, man. This coffee, the milk, it's tearing me up. I gotta be real. So I gotta be right back, you guys. I'm gonna put on some words on stream really fast. I'll be right back. So yo, I gotta drop the kids off. Have the Gartic phone on. I'll be right back. We back, we back. I apologize, I apologize. Alright, so we gotta do the Rocketry stuff. We gotta do the shenanigans here. Alright, and I'm pretty sure you get the full arena in the first planet. And we gotta just do the, you know, go there, pick it up, come back. These are 200 kgs each. Wow. Steam engine, iron thruster. Hey, Matixo, 5-stream streak. I see you over there. No Mamba. Mamba's under the bed today, Gwenchana. Mamba's under the blanket, so you won't see him today. Let me see. Believe it or not, Mamba is in the middle of the bed between the pillows. You can't see him. You can't even tell which lump he is. But he's one of those bumps under the blanket. So right now, no Mamba cam. The little Mambas, man. He's doing what the Mamba does back. Yeah, that's pillow fort, dude. Mamba loves the pillow fort. It's nice and warm. He's safe. And he's stealthy, too. He doesn't have to worry about anyone attacking him. He's covered. He's warm. He got the soft blankets. Mamba's living the life, man. 695. I'm in. All right, heavy metal. And then we're going to be going to here. Oh, and I need suits. We got to get the suit. We got to get the storage. I need to see something really fast, though. I have this, and then I build cargo bay. This is 2,000? What? How does that work? Doesn't that mean this is the equivalent to 10 research modules? Am I crazy? That's 10 research modules in terms of weight. Let's give us the power. Oh, they're unreachable. Ah. Alright, now it's gonna be fine. Some of the steams, yep, that's to be expected. Let it damage. It has to happen. Astronomer's signs. Heavy metal. Idle. This is a operating mission. Heavy metal can't reach. Oh, he's locked out. There we go. Because I think we were walking into water every time, and I didn't want that to happen. Ah, sorry about that, to sneeze. Oh, we have to launch here. Alright, so we're just gonna damage the gantry, it's fine. We could try to recoup the steam. That's something I'm thinking of. I don't know if it's worth doing, though. But we can do that. That's a 3-cycle job. Oh yeah, it's 10 minutes. Okay, so in this part, we need to work out how we're gonna do the steel accumulation. I think the rest of it we have an idea about, but I think we could get 2 rockets, and that's 10 tons of steel, while having leftover steel for other stuff too. And everyone's constantly getting burned here, so I gotta watch out with how we do this. Not gonna lie. So we need to come back, get the data. It's probably gonna be correct. We need to redo how this works. So do we go here, here, here? Or do we go here, 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 then here? So we delay it by 200. I feel like we need to kind of beeline the data miner so that we don't have to run that many other rockets. And then we just run steam for the full arena until we have enough while we keep scanning. Because that's the upside about base game. All you need to do is keep scanning space. All you need to do is keep scanning space. And then until you could scan the last tile, none of it really matters. I mean, well, no, you gotta keep going because you don't need to be flying out to every tile before the tear. All you need to do is be able to reach it at the end. Okay, so we kind of have to get lucky. We have to find critter flux, get plastic, and then do the data banks. We could also do oil for plastic, and that kind of makes it easy too. Ah. How do we really do this? Because you can't go that far, right? 275 times 4. 1100. Right? 275 times 4 is 1100. And I need way more than that. Here, 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 here. That's about 1100. I'll be short 100. In which case, we would have to do 900 times 5. So that's 4.5 tons. So that's like a bare minimum. Okay. There's no way to get plastic otherwise, right? You have the glass here for the memes. They nerfed it, though. I remember when that used to give you a lot. These don't give you data banks anymore. These are just random inspects. Feels bad. I used to miss when those give you data banks. So plastic, realistically, that means glossies. I feel like I'm stretched out too thin here, realistically. I feel I'm stretched out too thin with this. Oh, dude. What if we play the lab map, which gives you oil at the top? Because it's a tilted map. Ooh, that's actually something to consider. The map's shorter, it's wider though. And then you have oil on the left side. Right? Because on the tilted map, you have the oil going up, down. And then we just crack something here and get the oil. Dude, that's nice. We would have to play on the lab map. That's always going to be same seed too. That's so funny. You get the 2 gold volcanoes, but those are kind of hard to tame because of the hydrogen. Damn, yeah, I consider that. Consider that. 36%. So during the space mission here, we could start doing plastic for the data miner. And try to run that while we get full rain from the nearby deliveries. And then once we get enough tech for hydrogen rocket, that should be good. During that time, we should be able to make super coolant as well. And then all we need to set up afterwards is just single rocket silo. Yeah, so we only ever do is 2. Skip petroleum, skip crude oil. Try to get glossies. That means we have to find critter flux. Oh, that means we have to get lucky. Dude, a low critter flux would ruin me. But I guess I do have to explore that. That's the problem. Man, I wish I could do the smaller size map with the base game Rocketry. That would be so much better. Just because I don't want to have a lot to actually travel and explore through. I have this though. You don't need to have the data miner inside a rocket. That's not the case. The data miner does it on the planet. And it's right here. I could spawn one for you. The only thing you need for this to work is temperature. Has to be cool enough. And then you need plastic, and that's it. Yeah, what you're getting wrong is you think you need to be in space for the data miner. You don't. You do it on the planet. Right? You do this on the planet as well in the other version. But you're confusing that with the orbital data lab. The one that has to be in space for you to get data banks. But yeah, that's why I'm thinking we could use that. So that means we don't have to launch as many rockets. Critter flux is right here. Okay. Overheat damage, classic. Okay, now the one thing is that should we be using the same seed yet? Oh, you just call it the data miner. Yeah, you're talking about the orbital data collection lab. Yeah, that one's you have to be in a rocket for that one. Should I be using the same seed already? Or should I keep randoming? Critter flux is there. It's not an ideal spot. I have to go through all the slime. And then there was no slime up this way, which means I could have had a better route. Yeah. Alright, so let me write down some of the notes that we would want to do. Let me use a notepad on my PC. Alright, so no crude, no petro rocket, data miner, roughly 4.5 tons of plastic. We are going to want steam into hydrogen. We need roughly 10 tons of steel, which is for 100 pokies. Or no, it's about... It's 2 to 3, right? So I need to take something that could divide in half and add it to it. So that's what, 70 poke shells or 100 fossil tiles undug. Okay. And then what else are we doing? You still hate Rocketry. Yo, man, it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. No crude, no petrol rocket. We're gonna go steamed hydrogen. We want a data mine. Majority Bionic dupes. Starter reg research dupe. I think starting with a regular research dupe makes a lot of sense. We want Bionic dupes whenever we can, and we're probably going to be spending a lot of dupes on generating batteries, but we're not going to generate power for the batteries. We're just going to convert the copper straight up. And then what else are we doing? We do AQ. I think we don't do this strat where we take the rocket heat. Maybe we can. Man, that's tough. All right, let's see. Let's make a trial version. Let's say I have this. Bare minimum, right? And then we run the drywall in the back. And then we have a temp ship plate. Right, let's say it's made out of diamonds, just for the sake of it. We will have a vent, gas pump, and then let's just have it pipe out. Doesn't really matter. Okay, we have power here. And then we're going to add water. Let's add 600 kilograms, right? That's all we want. And then we're gonna do meteors. Is that? Oh, it's a comet. No? Oh, spawn tool. Come on now. Meteors. We're gonna go with iron. That's probably gonna be the hottest. Dude, no heat at all. That can't be real. Let's go with dust. Dude, that's nothing. Rock? There we go. And it has a regolith. That's what I want. It drops the regolith and heats it up. You could see that while it works, it's slow. All right, so when it lands, it's going to drop the data banks right here. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. They gave me 10 per? Completes 1 research task per mission. Produces a small data bank regardless of destination. Research points become available upon return. Data banks can be used at virtual planetariums. Wait. Did they change that? I thought it was 8. Data banks, oxygen, not included. Did they change that, man? Wiki GG. Research module. Okay, no data. I gotta look this up specifically. Research module. I thought it was 5. There was no... Okay, 10 data banks per module, in addition to the 50 from the point of interest. So this will always give me 50, regardless of where I go, on top of what I get. Okay, that's nice. So instead of 1100, I'm at 12, which means I get this, and that researched for free. So we do this, then that, then this. And then if I click on star map and I go to here, Fullerene. There we go. Trace amounts. So the carbon asteroids are going to be where we get that from. All right, so we do have steam. We lose a little bit of temperature inside. This kind of works. The only problem is that since it's not on demand, it's a little tough because we have to get lucky with where the regolith kind of lands. So I don't know if I should try to rely on this. Like, it would work, but I would have to get lucky with the regolith falling right on top of the build. And the wider I make this, the worse it gets. Because it's going to take longer to build because you need more attention plates. And of course, that's also going to be a steel cost. So instead of doing this, I can make the tried and true design, right? We do the 3-4, right? And then you run the AQ inside. And then you run the pump. And then you run the water, right? So we just do this. Drywall the back, and it should work. This does mean that we will need cold gens near the top, which is fine, I guess. That kind of sucks, if I have to be honest. If we run out of cold gens, I guess we could just use batteries. I just don't have to make sure that we don't drop anything in water. And then once we do that, we're going to need to do a... How do we want to do this? We got to do a steam turbine aqua tuner combo. We have to do this at some point. Steel AQ. And then this has to attach to a design for this. So how would I want to do this? Liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen. Seems like a nice backup if you need an aqua tuner for reliability. Yeah, I think we're going to run an aqua tuner just because it's going to be more reliable. Oh, convert the steam design into the... Convert the steam design into the... liquidizer, maybe. So I guess we can do something like this, right? Flip that, run the signal on this side, and then we have this. Let's argue that. I know this is backwards looking, but let's say that's the case. And then we could run the loop. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, we would have to upgrade into that. Okay, that's not bad. And then how do we want to do the liquid oxygen hydrogen setup? We don't need it to be that wide. And then I think we would want metal tiles here. I think we want the metal tiles up top, given how the gas is what we want to cool down, and we want to liquefy the gas. So we probably run a design like this, copper. And then we're probably going to need a vent line, probably high pressure vent. So it's probably minimized like this. Temp shift plate. Right, so it's probably going to be a 3x3 box. Because we're going to be dumping in gas. Oh, and then we're going to be pumping out liquid. That's right. This is going to be liquid O2, liquid H2. So we would run that. And then we probably want to do something like this. And then this comes out, and we get to pump it out. And then we want to mirror the design. Yeah. So we would have to do liquid oxygen first. And then once we make that, then we make liquid hydrogen. We need to make both at the same time, realistically. Yeah, we would want to make both at the same time. So if that's the case, we probably want to do this. Get a second AQ. That probably means I need that. Oh, so we do it like this. I could see how this works, yeah. So we start with this design. While we're doing steam, the steam rockets, we will add a turbine on top. It's not going to connect yet. And then we'll add the second aqua tuner for the liquid H2, liquid O2. And then we want to minimalize the pipe. Now, man, the problem is that we're going to need more supercoolant if I do it that way. We want to minimalize how much we actually need. So for 10 bubbles, we need 1 kg. And then, oh no, we need petroleum still. Ah, crap. Never mind. We always need petroleum. There's nothing we could do to avoid this, I think. There is nothing we could do to avoid having to get petroleum. That kind of sucks. That means you always have to go down. I guess having oil up top means we could at least use the little bit of petroleum from a leaky oil well to get the supercoolant. Dude, that's annoying. That's actually super annoying. And the biggest problem is that this is too hot. I could pitcher pump plus 15 so we go up to 90 degrees, but that's still too hot. Pitcher pumping the oil so that we can make supercoolant is not bad. I think I'm willing to do that. Instead of building a pipeline down, power line down, pump line down, and then pump it all the way up. That's a lot of job labor that we're gonna have to do, right? So I want to avoid that if I can. Looks like we still have to go down though, because we do need the petroleum. So I'm still gonna need this. We're probably gonna take the petroleum, build the oil refinery up here, and then refine it up top. The natty gas isn't gonna do anything for us, but we're probably gonna have to depressurize just given the nature of the oil refinery. Okay, so we will just have fossil from the bottom then, I guess. And having bionic dupes makes this possible. Okay, we're changing up the strat a little bit. You need petroleum. You need petro for super coolant recipe. RIP. Ah, that sucks. That kind of sucks. Okay, so we still have to go down. We got to get the rocketry done a little bit better at this stage. We're going to go with 1 to 2 rockets at most. If not, we might just keep it at 1. Depending on how much time we have to wait. I'll try to get a second rocket. I just don't know how reliable it's going to be. Oh, I think what we do is... launch the first rocket and then make the second one for cargo. Yeah, make it a steam rocket for cargo. And then we relaunch that first rocket back out to do the second planet. And then by that time, I should have solid cargo and thrusters done. One of these. Once we get thrusters, we could send that on to research and you can go to the second tier. And then this guy's coming into the carbon asteroids. I guess that's not bad. Don't have to worry too much about food. Okay. I want to say we might be ready to attempt the new attempt. We kind of have the idea of how the design should look like, how we're going to extend the steam cooling design. And then we know we're going to run a 5 rocket module. Cargo is going to be a little jank, but it should be fine. And then... let me test something out. I don't think they're going to allow me to run research modules with cargo. I don't think they will allow me to do that. I think it's going to be too heavy. Just because this is going to be equivalent to 10 research modules in terms of weight. 2,000 versus 200. So... the weight is how the base game calculates it. So it's probably I just need the booster in order to get it done. Alright, so how does booster work? Do I have to build this at the bottom? Or do we build it in between? So flat? Oh no, I can't because of the top side space. It is on top. Can you reverse it? You can't. So it has to be on top of the engine. Requires oxalite and iron. Oh, man. Burns iron and oxalite. This is iron refined. I guess we need to make oxalite. Damn it. So I kind of need to use a solid booster. It's a little unfortunate. We do this, this. Can we do one? Oh, yeah. You just never reach it with cargo bay, so you need the thruster. $647. Okay. I guess that's not bad. So we will have to make some oxalite or just have some on deck. Man, this feels like it's gonna take 150 cycles. That's not a good time, I will have to say. It might seem kind of good. I feel like that's not good enough. Well, let's try it out, boys. Let's get an attempt in, and then let's see where are we at. All right. Let's get it done, boys. Save as part 2, I guess. We have routed out the trial run.